Three-time X Games medalist, 1 gold, a silver, and a bronze. That is former motocross champion Carey Hart is back after like a 4-year absence from Best Man.
Yeah, I had a little hiatus there.
Yeah, where you been, man?
Working, trying to ride, same old thing, not much change, tattooing.
Okay, before we get to all that cool stuff, you're coming back to motocross? That's a rumor, or you...
Yeah, I finally got to a point where I'm about as healthy as I'm going to get. So I had kind of like a setback about 5 years ago. So now I'm in a situation now where I feel pretty healthy and motivated, so I'm going to give it one good last hurrah for the next couple years.
I love how he says that it's the healthiest he's going to get. As he just said, I have to have my hip replaced.
You do? When, like, at what age?
I'm trying to put it off until sometime in like 2011. So that's the plan.
So in your mid-30s, you're going to have your hip replaced?
Yeah, it's no fun. It dislocated about 2 years ago, and it didn't really go back in right, and it's kind of deteriorating.
Maybe a little bit more safe of a sport is cycling. You're taking that up, included spandex and all. You're doing it up big, huh?
Yeah,
Tour de France or something? What's this all about? Is there anything you don't do?
Well, the cycling thing kind of bit me unexpectedly. I had a really bad injury about 5 years ago, and I couldn't do anything like heavy impact. I couldn't run, and I'm really like a fitness freak. So a buddy of mine, he kind of talked me into it, and I was like, oh man, I can't wear spandex and this and that. And the first time I went out, I tried riding a pair of board shorts, and the spandex has a purpose.
You understand why
I was walking bow-legged for a few days, and but literally after the first time I rode, I was like, I can get around this. You know, it's meditating, it's relaxing. Jump on my bike for a couple hours, go burn a few hundred calories, and have fun.
No spandex on the Surreal Life when we saw you, but there was Jose Canseco, which is just as uncomfortable sometimes.
Seriously.
Did you know much about Jose when you got there?
Honestly, going in, I didn't know anything about him. I mean, going in the show, they don't tell you who's on the show with you. And I'd got there, and I meet this monster of a guy, and I'm not, you know, I've always kind of leered more towards action sports and stuff. And so it's kind of nice going in the show because I didn't know anything about him. And over the course of 2 weeks when we lived together, he was honestly just the nicest guy and like easygoing, and like he was like one of the few people like I kind of kept in contact with. And once I got out of the show, I started hearing about all this stuff, and I'm like, is this the same guy? Because
I was going to say everyone has an idea of him or a perception of him, but you say he's a nice guy. Give us like one fun fact other than him being nice that you found out about Jose Canseco.
Actually, on the show, I actually took the whole cast out to teach them to ride dirt bikes. So we had this one day set up where the whole cast came out, geared up, put all their safety equipment on, and went and rode dirt bikes. He'd never been on a motorcycle before. He was scared to death going out there, really wasn't into it. Rode for that day, actually crashed once pretty good, but got back up on the pony and kept riding. And shortly after the show, I ran into him about 6 months later, and he's like, man, ever since I left the show, I bought 3 motorcycles, I ride Harleys every day, and like he really got into street bike riding.
That's very cool.
And he rides them in spandex, which is a little weird, but
that's
okay.
Could get weird.
All right, so a lot of your business these days over in Vegas, you had the very successful show Ink, and now you're over at the Hard Rock?
Yeah, we just moved to the Hard Rock. Hart Huntington Tattoo Company is now at the Hard Rock, which is really exciting for me because, you know, it's kind of time to shake things up a little bit, and, you know, the Hard Rock's such a really cool, fun property. So we just opened over there, and along with my nightclub that I opened there about 6 months ago, Wasted Space.
Look at his life. It reminds me a lot of yours,
Yes,
Chris.
it does. We are frequently compared a lot. We have a lot of similar ink. What percentage of your body is not tattooed?
Literally just my legs. I have a complete waist up to my knuckles, just tattooed my neck, and I don't have much room left. I'm contemplating maybe lasering the sleeve off to start over again.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great tattoo, but you know, I'm filling up so fast, and you know, I want to build a.
This isn't like an Etch-a-Sketch. You can't just shake it off. I mean,
it's
that's
getting to that
point.
Yeah. The removal is pretty tender. I actually have this girl Sabina does tattoo removal in my tattoo shop, so I'm gonna play it this winter.
All right, before we get out of here, tell us about Heart Luck Life.
Yeah, it's a new show we're gonna start doing over at the Hard Rock. We're probably gonna wait until late part of the summer to start taping it, but. You know, it's kind of like an evolution of what Inked was, but it's going to also follow around the tattoo life and actually my race teams. I have a supercross team, core truck team, supermoto team, and just kind of like all the madness that goes on.
They want me to ask you what your favorite color is.
That's a tricky question.
Funny. That was very funny there.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
We can ask you about Ink, can't we?
Of course, yeah. No, I mean, you know.
What are the rumors? Set the rumors straight, because
there are a lot of rumors, you know, but I mean, sometimes you have to take a couple of steps back to move forward, and you know, I love her, and hopefully we're gonna work things out and get back on that straight and narrow.
Okay,
there we go. Thank you.
Well, we look forward to seeing whatever happens on Heart Luck Life. Stay safe inside that truck and on the bike and everything else, with the tattoo removal and more tattoos on, and the hip replacement. Anything else that I'm missing here?
I think you covered it.
Okay. Carey, great seeing you. Hopefully we'll see you sometime before 2013.
Yes.
All right, buddy. Be well.